people's lives, and the hospital doesn't want to have any part of that. Listen to this.
I know you had sent out an email to some folks this morning, and so I wanted to make sure we had an opportunity to talk about this sooner versus later. So, listen, Deb, I know I absolutely understand your concerns about the vaccine, and I absolutely believe that your heart is in the right place with with wanting to make sure that we are doing our due diligence in reporting the adverse events. Mm-hmm. That said, the email that went out this morning really needed to be discussed, but I think that we really need to make sure that we're providing a consistent message to our team, and we need to make sure that that's also in alignment with what our health system is asking us to do. There's a risk to the organization from a perspective of both underreporting and overreporting. So how do we make sure that we're sending the right message out to our providers and that they have the information that they need to be doing this correctly? Because I share your belief that it's important that we get these reports in, but I think we have to be thinking a little bit more about the process and what's sort of expected here. From what our risk team is telling us is that really you can only be reporting on the patients that you are providing direct care for. And so you cannot, and I know you've been, volunteering and trying to be helpful, but we need you to kind of dial it back and focus on the patients that you are directly responsible for. And then if folks do reach out to you, because you've been saying, hey, reach out to me, they need to be, directed to VAERS, and they need to do the process themselves for the patients that they think need a report on. Okay, and so
I have been telling them to do it, and they don't do it. The reason I took this on is because nobody else wants this response. I mean, it's brutal because you then will be getting phone calls from the CDC every single day as a result. And the FDA, really is the problem here because they did not advise hospital systems what we're supposed to be doing.
The approach has been that this is the responsibility of the individual provider who believes that they have identified, a potential adverse event. This is frustrating, but you can't control whether or not someone else is going to put the report in. You can control what you do for your patients, and then I think if you're concerned that folks are not reporting on their patients, you're welcome to put in a Safe Connect. You're welcome to talk to Pete or myself, and we can, kind of address those with providers.
But like I said, I brought this up back in February, and I see no response. I mean, that's my frustration is this, we are not doing these patients a service. And again, the FDA, they did not tell us, and they still will not tell me what conditions are we supposed to be reporting. They are vague. They don't know because they never got the clinical trials. They never did them. We are the clinical trial. Let's face it.
I don't want us to go down any kind of rabbit hole here, but I think the thing we have to be clear about, and I think, and I'm just going to be frank with you because that's the only way I know how to be, Deb. But I will tell you in reading, the few emails that you've sent me, and then in reading the email that went out to the provider, it does come across a bit. Very vaccine, but it comes out quite almost anti-vaccine, right? And clearly as an organization, as a health system, right? And as someone who as an organization that's working on following CDC guidelines and following the guidance of the Department of Health, we are very much advocating for patients to receive the vaccine, and we're very much working on there's tons of efforts out there to try to reduce vaccine hesitancy. I have some concerns, Deb, that the tone that that you